Okay, Umar, can you lead us to recite the doa today? Okay, everyone else, raise up your hands. Umar, do you still remember the doa?
Bismillah.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma ftah Umar nasib. Okay, Umar,
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
let's.
Allahumma salli
Okay,
alaina
dapat.
لا علينا حكمة وانشر علينا علينا زائد برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي آمين 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 يا رب العالمين
Amin.
آمين يا رب العالمين.
Okay, thank you, boys. Okay. Alright, so for today, okay, Waalaikumsalam Azra. Okay, so for those who just joined, today teacher will share with you. Okay, I will show you the exercise and how to find the volume of irregular solid. We will continue on this lesson before we can move on to the next topic. Okay, so inshallah by tomorrow, I think we can start with our new topic already. So teacher will finish up for topic measurement today. Okay. So Umar Nasif is okay. We have done recited the doa. You can turn off the microphone. Azra, you can go faster. Umar Nasif, turn off the microphone. Okay. So for those who just joined our class today, okay, this is what we have done yesterday. And those who joined our science class yesterday, teacher is very sure that you have this inside your notebook because yesterday I asked you to do these notes together with me and also I wait for those who did not finish. So I'm sure everyone have this note. Okay, so we will continue on water displacement method today. Water displacement method. Okay, so we have two methods. The first method, we only use measuring cylinder. We even draw the measuring cylinder. Check inside your notebook. Do you have it inside your notebook? Do you have it inside your notebook?
Yes.
Open your notebook.
Yes.
Open your notebook. Yes, you have it. You have the notes. You have it. Okay, good job. So you even draw the
If I have.
measuring cylinder yesterday. So using measuring cylinder, how are we going to find the volume of irregular solid using measuring cylinder? Alright, Azra is already back. Okay. So Uma, Meka, just join our class. For those who just joined our today, we will finish up the topic water displacement method. This one, okay. For those who couldn't join our yesterday's class, later teacher will upload the recorded version. Then you can refer to that video to copy these notes inside your book. You have to do this note inside your book, okay? Why? Because later when we do the quick revision, it's easier for you to refer on, right? So this note we have done yesterday. Look at the day and date is yesterday, Monday. So for those who just joined our class, yesterday your friend did this. For water displacement method, we have two methods, okay? The first one only use the measuring cylinder to measure the volume of irregular solid. What should we do? We minus the final reading minus the initial reading. So when we get the answer, okay, the answer is similar to the volume of irregular solid. Second method, we use Eureka can and also measuring cylinder. So volume of displaced water from the Eureka can, okay, when you put the stone, let's say here, we got the example of a stone. Okay, we put the stone inside this Eureka can. So some water will be displaced. Okay, it will flow out from this Eureka can and go into the measuring cylinder. So later we will take the reading of the water level inside this measuring cylinder. Okay, the water inside this measuring cylinder, we call it as displaced water. Okay, displaced water. So the volume of displaced water is equal to volume of irregular object that we put inside the Eureka can. For example, here we have stone. Okay, so teacher hope you guys already understand what we have learned yesterday. Because now I will show you the question, okay, and how to find the volume. All right. So Uma Arif, can you turn on the microphone? Uma, can you turn on the microphone?
Okay. No.
Okay, Uma, can you read the question for this one? Can you read the title? Here. Can you see my screen, Uma? Uma? Uma?
Yes.
Uma Arif? Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Can you read this for teacher? The title, can you read for teacher?
Which one? Me. Measuring the volume. Measuring the volume of an
This one. The one that I underline with red color. Measuring
the volume of an irregular.
Yes. Read this whole title.
Wait, my screen's blurry.
Of irregular
shape. My screen blurry.
Irregular shape solid.
Irregular shape.
Blurry. Oh, because I scanned this one. You couldn't read it? You couldn't see clearly?
No.
Irregular shape. Solid.
Shaped solid.
Okay, so thank you, Uma. All right, thank you, good job. Okay, so Uma already read the title for all of you. Okay, so today teacher will share with you how we're going to measure the volume of an irregular shaped solid. So as long as you understand how to find the volume, okay, no matter what object teacher put here, okay, if you understand how to find the volume, you can answer the question. Okay. So Muhammad Naufal, because we have two
Yes.
Naufal today, so you have to call your full name. Okay, Naufal, can you read the question for teacher? This one, fill in the blanks.
Fill in the blanks with the correct answer on how Aisha uses the water displacement method to measure the volume
With the correct answers. Of a?
Yes.
What is this? Naufal, what is this?
Measuring cylinder.
Huh? This
Spanner.
one, the object. Spanner. Correct. Okay, thank you, Naufal. Okay, So Nafa already helped you to read the question. What you have to do is fill in the blanks with the correct answer on how Aisha uses the water displacement method to measure volume of spanner. Okay. So for those who did not know what is spanner, so can you see here? Can you see in the picture here? Here? Can you see it?
Yes. Yes.
This is actually a spanner. It's shaped like this. Big sharp there and like this. Usually people use this spanner to fix something, car or anything. Okay. So this is what we call spanner. Okay. So from our previous lesson, teacher already show you, okay, how to find the volume of irregular solid. So spanner just now we consider as regular or irregular solid. Which one? This spanner, regular or irregular solid?
Irregular. Solid.
Irregular, correct. Irregular solid. That's why we have to use water displacement method to find its volume. Okay, irregular solid. Another example of irregular solid that teacher always mention in our class is rock, stone, or key. Okay. So usually the question will use stone, key, and this one, spanner as the example of object for you to find the volume. Okay, so for the first one, okay, for this question, I will need all of you to give me answer inside the chat box. Okay, so for the first one, I shall use blank space to measure the volume of a spanner. So I shall use what? Answer
Measuring
teacher in the
cylinder.
chat. Answer teacher in the chat box, my dear. Type in the chat box. Type. Okay. I want the answer for this one. This one. Your friend already gave the correct answer just now, but I want you guys to write inside the chat box.
Uno.
Okay. I will scroll down the answer now. Okay. Arayan say measuring cylinder. Muhammad Nawfal say measuring cylinder. Azra, answer my question, Azra. I see you guys chit-chatting, the things that are not related to my class. I already told you. When I start my class, no one is allowed to chit-chatting in the chat box unless teacher asks you to give me answer. Okay, Idina said measuring cylinder. Kalish Danish already answered measuring cylinder. Naufal, Muhammad Iza already answered. Safiya also. Azra, Kalish Danish. Ira, okay. More, give me the answer. Now Falakimi already give me the answer. Christina also. Jaden, write the answer. Jaden, your friend is writing the answer in the chat box. I shall use what to find the volume? This one. What is the name of this tool? Okay, I will keep scrolling the answer. Okay, Afiq Shamil already answer. Ira already. Wafi already done. Uma Arif. Uma, I can only see the emoji. You have to spell the name of the tool. Nazrin already answer.
Measuring
Okay.
cylinder.
Yes, measuring cylinder. Okay, but I ask you to write inside the chat box. Okay, Adam Iman already answered. Okay, all right. So everyone already give me the answer. Jaden, I did not see your name inside the chat box. Give me the answer, Jaden.
Come in,
Type
come in,
inside
come
the
in.
chat box.
Come in, come in. Oh,
Asif already answered. All right. All of you give me the correct answer. So, in this picture, I shall use, okay, a measuring cylinder. Measuring cylinder. Okay, this is the first method. To measure the volume of irregular solid, we only need measuring cylinder. Okay. So anyone remember what is the first step we have to do? What is the first step we have to do to find the volume of this spanner? Anyone remember? Anyone remember what we have to do? The first step? We have to take what? First step. First step we have to take the reading of what?
Final reading, final
Final. Final or initial?
initial reading.
Take the initial reading. We have to take the initial reading first, okay? Initial reading. Initial reading we take before we put the spanner or after we put the spanner. Which one? Initial reading. Before or after we put? Before. Good job, correct. So before initial readings means the reading inside the measuring cylinder before you put anything inside. Okay. So anyone can tell teacher what is the reading of the water inside the measuring cylinder here?
30 milliliters.
Yes. Sayangku, teacher ask you what is the reading of the water level. 30. Just now also teacher gave the correct answer. Thank you. Next time when teacher ask you question, listen to my question properly, okay? Alright. I'm not going anywhere. So you don't have to rushing yourself, okay? No need to be rushed. You have to listen to my question properly. Okay, good job. Thank you for those who gave me the answer. So 30 milliliter. Milliliter. So we write it as ml, milliliter. Alright. So the first step we take the initial reading. We already done our first step. How about the second step? What should we do? The second step we take what reading after that?
Final reading.
Final reading. Final reading we take after or before we put the spanner inside the measuring
After.
cylinder? Before or
After.
after? After, yes, okay. So now, Aisha already lowered down the spanner and the water level rise to this position. So anyone can tell teacher what is the volume of water now? Here,
40
here. What is the volume of? Yes, come again.
40 milliliter.
40 milliliter. Good job. Correct. 40 milliliter. Okay. So the final volume here we have 40 milliliter. All right. This question, okay. It asks you, I shall use a blank space to tie the spanner. What do you think I shall use to tie the spanner here? What do you think she use? Hmm. What do you think she used?
Use.
Hmm?
Wait. I need to think. Answer.
All right. So
I don't know.
you
Three.
don't know.
What is three?
Okay.
Tali.
Benang, benang.
Oh, benang. Okay.
Okay. Alright. So, anyone can tell teacher after we get the final reading, after we get the initial reading, what should we do? What should we do?
Minus. Minus.
Minus.
Nine.
Good job. Alhamdulillah, you guys remember. Okay, so we should minus.
Yeah, I use minus.
So, so in order for us to find the volume of this panel here, okay, in order for us to find the volume of panel, okay, what is our final volume just now? What is final
40.
volume?
40 milliliter.
40 milliliter. Good job. Okay, our initial volume.
30 milliliter.
Yes, 30 milliliter. So after we minus, what do we get?
10 milliliter.
10 milliliter. So, okay, let's say teacher put here 10 milliliter. So, what is actually 10 milliliter? What is this? Volume of what ni? 10 milliliter is actually volume of what?
Vol- Volume
Volume of?
Teacher,
irregular solid.
Yes, volume
teacher,
of irregular solid. Yes, my dear.
can I go to
Yes.
toilet?
Yes, you may go. Okay, this 10 ml is actually volume of irregular solid. Irregular
Solid.
solid. Okay, in our exercise, what is irregular solid do we have here? In this question, what is the irregular solid we have?
Volume.
The answer is right on your screen. You just have to tell
10
teacher.
milliliter.
Solid, irregular solid. What is the example of irregular solid in our question?
Volume of spanner.
Yes, the answer is spanner. Spanner here. Because you still remember teacher asked you spanner is irregular solid or not? You said yes, right? So the example of irregular solid in this question, in the question that we have been discussing, is spanner. So when teacher asks you, okay, what is the example of irregular solid in this question? You just can tell teacher spanner. The answer is spanner. So the volume of spanner is 10 milliliter. So far, can you guys understand?
Yes.
Can you guys understand?
Understand.
Yes. Can you do the thumbs up if you can understand? Can you do the thumbs up if you can understand?
Yeah, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. Oh.
Okay. All right. So let's move to the next one. Just now we already done this one. Okay, the first method. We already done this one. We read the
Why?
final reading. Then, hey,
Oh, yes.
not done with the class. Not done with the class yet. Astaghfirullahalazim. Okay. So just now we already done the
That's my
first
mom.
method. How about the second method? Second method, just now we just use a measuring cylinder for the first method. The second method, we have eureka can and also measuring cylinder. Okay, so let's look at the concept first. Okay, so in this method, volume of water displaced from this eureka can, okay, is the same with the volume of irregular object. Okay, let's look at the example. All right. Okay, so now we have the second question, okay, for second method. Hmm. Jaden, are you there, Jaden? Jaden. Ada Brian? Ada Brian? Ada Brian, can you turn on your microphone?
Yeah.
Adam, Ada Brian, can you read this question for teacher, Adam?
Okay. Any use the water displacement method to measure the volume of the falling object.
Okay, so what do we have? The first one, what is this, Adam?
Padlock.
Padlock. The second one,
Screw.
screw. Good job. The third one,
Weight.
wait. Okay, good job. Thank you, Adam. You can turn off the microphone. All right, so this one is the second method. So we have three objects now. Okay, we have three objects. The first one we have padlock. Second one we have screw, and the third one we have weight. Okay, so like teacher already told you just now, for the second method we have two tools that we will be using. The first one we have, what is the name of this one? This one, what is this? Anyone still remember what is the name of this tool, Sunny? The one that teacher circle?
Irukaken.
Yes, Eureka can. Eureka can. Okay. So next one, okay, in this question they even add the beaker. Okay, this one we used in our previous question just now. Measuring cylinder. Okay. All right. So okay, for this water level, okay, this one, before we add anything into this eureka can, you have to add the water just until it's about to overflow. Do not exceed this level, okay? Do not exceed this level because after we add the object letter, the water will overflow inside this beaker. Then later we will put inside the measuring cylinder to measure the volume of water displaced. Okay. So, teacher will ask you guys the question. Okay. The volume of displaced water equals to what in this question? Volume of displaced water equals to what? Anyone can answer, teacher? Volume of volume of
Volume of the irregular.
volume of
Yeah,
irregular
solid object.
solid
Solid.
ataupun object. Okay, volume of irregular solid or object. Okay. The question that you have been looking just now is about this one, the second method. Okay. Look at the screen, look at your screen, turn off the microphone, turn off your microphone now. All right. So the question just now, we discussing about this one, the second method. Look at your screen. Okay, look at your screen, listen to teacher. Okay, for the second method, volume of displaced water equals to volume of the irregular solid, okay, or irregular object. In this example, teacher give you stone as the example of irregular object. But in our question, we have three example of irregular object. The first one, we have padlock, screw, and weight. Okay, so Now, after we put all the object here, we have the timetable. Okay, anyone can tell teacher what is the volume of our padlock? What is the volume of the padlock?
10,
Anyone?
10 milliliter.
Good job. Thank you. Okay, so how do we get this 10 milliliter is? Okay, look at the picture. This is the picture before we put any object inside the Eureka
Teacher,
can.
teacher,
Okay?
teacher,
Yes?
teacher. My
Yes?
battery is 5% only. My battery is
Your battery is
5% only.
your battery is low already.
Five.
Do you have the charger with
Yes.
you? Do you have the
No, my
charger?
charger I have, but downstairs my father use it.
Okay, it's okay, Jaden. You can leave first. Then make sure later you watch the recorded version of our class. Okay, Jaden?
Bye, teacher.
Jaden?
Assalamualaikum.
Okay. Waalaikumsalam. Okay. So this is the picture before you put anything into the Eureka can. Then after you put a screw, okay, this is the volume of displaced water. So as teacher mentioned, turn off the microphone. Okay, as the teacher mentioned before, the volume of displaced water is equal to volume of irregular object. In this case, we have screw as the object. So that's how we get the volume of all these irregular objects, which is padlock 10 milliliter. Because after you put the padlock inside the Eureka can, the volume of water displaced is 10 milliliter. So therefore, the volume of this padlock is equal to 10 milliliter. So far, can you understand the first one before teacher continue? I
Yes.
want to check whether
Yes.
you understand or not. Do you guys understand?
Yes.
Yes. Understand? Haris Aiman, why you want to end the class so fast? Do you have anywhere you need to go? Haris Aiman? Haris Aiman, why you ask me teacher when it's going to end? Why you want to end the class? Do you have somewhere you need to be right now? Haris Aiman, answer teacher.
He say he don't. He say don't go anything.
Haris, turn off the microphone. Haris Aiman, answer teacher. I'm sure you can hear me, Haris Aiman. You want teacher to end the class even though you guys still did not understand? I need to make sure you guys understand what I have been teaching you, what I've been sharing with you before I end the class because it's my task, it's my amanah to make sure you guys understand. So if I end the class before we finish our lesson, okay, if you have anywhere that you need to be, you can just tell teacher, my mom want to go somewhere, so I need to leave the class. You can tell teacher, no problem. All right. So let's finish up the last two here. Okay. So anyone can tell teacher what is the volume of screw do we have here? What is the volume of the screw? Anyone can tell teacher what is the volume of the screw? Okay. If the first one here, when you look at the meniscus of water, it's stated that the volume of this padlock is 10, right?
Yes.
So, for this one, you have to count starting from the bottom of the measuring cylinder. So, you count start from here. 1, 2, 3. So how many milliliter? How many milliliter?
3 milliliter.
3
Milliliter.
milliliter. That's why teacher asked you to wait, okay? Because I need to explain, I need to tell you how to count so that you can fully get what I've been teaching you in my class. Okay? Alright. So, uh, if you see the water level in the measuring cylinder like this, remember you have to count from the started from the bottom. Okay, starting from the bottom, you count one, two, three. So means the volume of this screw is how many? How many is the volume of this screw? How many? What is the volume of this screw?
3 milliliter.
Three.
3 milliliter.
Don't be
3
afraid.
milliliter.
It's okay. Just give me your answer. It's okay to be wrong as long as you try. Okay? Don't be afraid to give me the answer.
Teacher,
Okay.
bila nak lift ni?
Who asked teacher please?
Nak lift.
Who asked teacher just now? Amshar. Amshar, did you ask teacher bila nak leave just now? If you already
Yes.
understand, if you already understand how to do the question, you can leave now. Okay, so for the last question, alright, so anyone can tell teacher what is the volume of this way? Anyone can tell teacher what is the volume of this way? Yeah, anyone can tell teacher? I already share with you how to sound the
5
sound.
5
Five,
milliliter. 5
one,
milliliter.
two, three, four, five. Good job. Thank you for those who gave me the answer. Okay. Okay. So how many? What is the volume of this way? What is the volume of this way?
5 milliliter. 5
My teacher cannot hear you. Louder.
milliliter.
5 milliliter. Don't be afraid. It's okay to be wrong. Just tell me your answer. Okay. Alright, so hopefully you guys understand what I've been sharing with you in our class from last week and also from this Monday and also today's class. Before we end our class today, can you guys understand? Can you guys
Just
understand? Yes?
understand, understand,
You guys understand? Okay,
understand.
hopefully you guys can remember and understand what I've been teaching you. Okay, don't
Teacher nak
simply
record.
Kalish, turn off the microphone first. Listen to teacher first. Turn off faster, faster, faster. Faster, Kalish. Okay. Alright. So, for your science subject, okay, don't simply memorize things. That's why teacher wants you to understand. Because when you understand things, they will stay in your mind, in your heart for quite longer. Okay? Alright, so hopefully you guys understand and learn something new from our class today. Teacher will see you in our next class. You guys can leave now. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for joining my class. Bye
Teacher,
everyone.